Hello, my name is Brittany, and today I will be reviewing with you how to use the Simple Mind Plus intuitive mind mapping application. This mind mapping application is really good for logging your thoughts, remembering things, and generating new ideas. So if you find that you're on the go, you have a lot going on, you're not sure if you're going to get it all done, you just want to, categorize your information and make sure that you have an organized system going on. Feel free to pull up this app, load it on your phone, your computer, your iPad, and get to work. Okay? So let's review some of the ways to use this app. All right? Let's start with what we have on our screen. If you click your mind maps here, you will see that your mind maps are located all on the left-hand side of the page. We have in our toolbar the option for new, save, undo, add topic, delete topic, clipboard, layout, color, style sheet, zoom, print, and customize. Okay, so let's get started. All right, I'm going to click here and we're going to use this to label our map. For the purpose of this map, I'm going to label it essay outline. Okay. With any essay, you generally start with your essential question or your thesis. So let's go ahead and get that in our thought bubble. Okay, so we've begun with our original thought, the thesis or the essential question. As we stem away from our thesis, we're going to go ahead and make space for our introduction. Okay, so we're going to use our addition symbol icon here to create a thought bubble for our introduction. All right. Now, when you're writing an essay, depending on your essay style, you may have a hook as a part of your introduction. So when you're ready to add additional ideas stemming from your introduction, not your essential question, your introduction, you go ahead and select your introduction and click that addition symbol. Okay, just go ahead and get your hook in there. And it's really that simple. Okay, so let's discuss some of the other icons we see here. You see the small t, which represents our text. The text is the hook, and the T gives you the option to add notes to your text. Okay? So if you're writing your essay and you have some ideas that are already pre-developed, you go ahead and type them in here so you don't forget them. So if I had my hook already developed, I would type my hook in here so that it's logged and I wouldn't be able to forget it. Okay, so for the sake of typing, I'm just gonna write hook 3 times. Okay. Now let's explore some of the other things we see here. We see an additional asterisk. Let's click on this asterisk and see what we have pop up. Okay, so this asterisk helps you to stem ideas from your introduction. So if you had any additional information that you wanted to include in your introduction, you would do it here. Okay, but I don't, and so I'm just going to remove it. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my thesis and I'm going to add from there. Following your introduction, you usually have a main point, and so that's what we will put here. Main point number 1. Okay? When you're writing your first main point, you might have some subtopics or some details following that main point. So let's get started with our subtopics, okay? I have my main point selected. I'm going to use my addition symbol, and I'm going to include my subtopic. Okay? Depending on how detailed your essay is, you may have more than one subtopic. So again, I'm going to select my main point and go for another subtopic. Okay? One more time for the sake of practicing. Let's go ahead, click our addition symbol, and add our subtopic. When writing an essay, you have main points, subtopics, and details. So let's go ahead and see what happens when we get some details in there, okay? So as you can see, I just selected my subtopic because that's where I would like for my details to stem from. And so I'm just going to click the addition symbol, and I'm going to add in some details, okay? Let's try again for the sake of practicing. Go ahead and select your subtopic Click the addition symbol and add your details. One more time, third time's the charm. Go ahead and select your subtopic. Hit that addition symbol and add those, details. All right. So when you're ready to move on to your main point number 2, you go and you reselect your thesis, hit that addition symbol, and you will see your colors transition from gold to yellow. And that is where you're going to add your second main point. Okay. And so again, just for the sake of practicing, let's go ahead and add a subtopic and a detail. Okay. So with any good essay, you have 3 good solid points. So again, let's get some good practice time in and add main point number 3. All right, and again with our subtopic, and once more for the details. Okay, so we've come just about full circle with our essay, okay? We have our introduction with our hook, our main point with our 3 subtopics and the supporting details, our main point number 2, our main point number 3, and now we are ready for our conclusion. So again, you have your thesis and essential question selected. Go ahead and hit that addition symbol and get your conclusion in there. Okay, and we've made it full circle. This mind mapping application is not extremely hard to use. An additional tip when using this mind map application, if you find that you're struggling or you get stuck somewhere or you're getting discouraged in general, I would say think back to how you would use your Microsoft Word, okay? You'll notice a lot of familiar icons up here in the toolbar, a lot of things that you will see on your Microsoft. And so if you're having trouble, if this video is too lengthy, if you don't want to take the 7 minutes, go ahead and think about how you would use your Microsoft, okay? All right, so let's take the time to play with some layouts and color. All right. So we have a free format layout, and let's see what our horizontal looks like. So let's click the right. I'm right-handed. And so we have everything moved to the right side of the page. Now what is interesting is you see some additional icons pop up here. To minimize your thought, click your small triangle. To maximize your thought, click it again. Okay, one more time. So we have our thoughts maximized. Our triangle is pointing downward. To minimize our thoughts, our triangle is going to switch to the right, and all of our thoughts will be minimized to our blue thesis question bubble. Okay. Again, the information is in the correct order: introduction, main point number 1, main point number 2, main point number 3, and conclusion. Okay. And it's really as easy as pie. You can play around with your colors. You can change your colors. Let's see. Okay, so again, let me just articulate what I'm doing here. I've selected the section of coloring that I want to change. So this is the range of thought that I'm interested in changing. I've selected the first main point. It's in yellow, and I'm going to change it to red. Okay, and the entire range of thought changes to red. Okay, you have your entire toolbar up here to change things, make edits, make funky colors, whatever is more appealing to your eye. But this application is perfect for outlining, to-do lists, logging information, cataloging information, any kind of log really. Okay, I hope this tutorial was useful, and good luck with your mind mapping.